Hey guys, I have wanted to do one of these for a while now, and I finally decided to go ahead and do it. I love watching stash videos when ladies will get out all of their pads and do a video showing you all of their pads. And it just so happens that I'm at the end of my cycle, so I'm about to start a new one. And before I got into that and started using up all my pads, I happen to have almost all of them clean. So I went ahead and did a stash video for you tonight. And so if you're not interested, go ahead and pass. But if you like these as much as I do, I just wanted to share. Also, I just thought it kind of goes to answering the question for people, how many pads do you need? I have destashed, which means destashing means to give or sell, and I don't sell any of my pads even when I'm finished with them. I just give them away to people who want them. So I have destashed probably 30 to 40 pads. Most of those were pads that I made myself, but some of them were pads that I purchased and just gave as gifts, or I tried them out and didn't particularly like them for me, so I passed them on to others who wanted them. So, and that part's really fun too, that there's just this cloth community, and I just find that so fun. But anyway, so here's my stash video. There are 24 pads shown here. I actually have 26 that I use myself, but there are 2 that are in the wash right now. And then in previous months, I made a lot of 9-inch pads, and I don't and purchased a lot of 9-inch pads, and I don't use that length anymore, so I have given all of those to my daughter that she liked, and the rest I gave away. So anyway, sorry, let's get into it. Okay, this is the tub that I keep my pads in. It's just a little square cube basket. I bought it at Target, but you can get little baskets like this pretty much anywhere now. They're just little collapsible things, and I put it in a modular unit in my closet. These are the only 2 liners that I still have. I don't use liners that much. The one on the left there is from Party in My Pants, and this one I'm caressing is from Cozy Folk, and it is so soft. I highly recommend Cozy Folk. You can get their pads on Etsy. These are my Annie Bell's regular moderate, and I have lots of Annie Bell's essentials. One of my moderates has Winnie the Pooh on it and is currently in the laundry, but these are the other 2 regular moderates I have in the 10-inch size. All of the pads in this video are the 10-inch size unless I state otherwise. This is a regular moderate from Hidden Glen Handmaids, and the woman who makes these, her name is Michelle. That's a little finger in front of the lens. That's great. Anyway, she uses fantastic materials, and the fleece that she uses on the back is a Polartec product. It's not WinPro, it's a different Polartec fleece, and oh my gosh, it is the softest stuff ever. You gotta look her up on Facebook, Hidden Glen Handmaids. Now these are 2 I made myself, and I was trying to make this kind of a shape, and I chose one of my Yurtcraft pads to make a pattern from, so that's why they're similar in shape to the Yurtcraft pads, because I thought the triangle wings would be easier to learn how to make this shape on, and boy was I wrong, they're kind of hard, but I'm getting better at them. Let's see, I think that's it for the moderates. Let me see what I pull out next. I'm voiceovering again, in case you can't tell. Yes, now we're into heavies. These are 3 heavy pads that I made myself. This is the first kind I made, and I made this pad, gosh, probably 6 months ago now. And it was my favorite of this style, so I've kept it even though I'm not using this length anymore. So I've destashed almost everything I made with this pattern that I created. And I did it because they were longer in the front, and I thought that that would be useful because I generally have needs both incontinence and during my menstrual cycle for the front. And then these 2 are just like the others. I love this Mary Englebright fabric, and I backed it in flannel, and it has hidden PUL in it. This thing is fantastic. I mean, look at that. Mary Englebright fabrics are so cute. I'm a huge fan. This one I made with this pink 12 fabric, and this is the only pad that I've had that had a stain that it will not release completely. It's so faded now you probably can't see it, but I can, and it really bugs me. But anyway, I love this 12 pattern. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so now for more heavy pads. This is the heavy absorbency that I bought from Michelle at Hidden Glen Handmaids, and her website is on Facebook. and that's where she sells her pads. That's a flannel top. I actually have that print in quilter's cotton, but I just love it. Little Friends of the Forest in French. And man, she makes good pads. If you've not seen her pads before, you need to go check them out. Okay, these are my Yurtcraft heavies. I used to have a lot more of these, but I have destashed so that other people could share in the love of Yurtcraft. Yurtcraft is, as most of you know, because I've said it many, many times, Annie Bell's Essentials is my favorite maker, and Yurtcraft is right up there as a close, close second. There's a little bleaching on that one I was pointing out. When I washed it, for some reason, that particular fabric lightened out a little bit when I washed it. This is my second favorite pad. A lot of you know that my Eeyore pad from Annie Bell's Essentials is my favorite. This Yurtcraft pad is my second favorite. I just think that that print is so beautiful. And this is the pad that I bought that was my first 10-inch pad. This is actually a 10.5-inch pad from Yurtcraft. And I bought it because of this print. And she had very limited amount of this fabric apparently. And I just thought the placement and the colors, everything, loved everything. So I had to buy that. So I have Yurtcraft to credit for getting me onto the 10.5-inch pads. Here are my heavies from Annie Bell's. These are the ones that I've kept. I've given away quite a few to people so that they could share the Annie Bell's love. This is Minky. That other one was OBV topped. This is a cotton top. The rest of these are all cotton topped. And I love them. These are 10-inch heavies from Annie Bell's Essentials. My Christmas snowmen. I'm going to wear them all year. I don't care if it's not Christmas anymore. And there, of course, is the Eeyore pad. So those are my two very favorite pads. This one. Oh, there's a story with this one. This one I ended up getting trapped, not getting able to get home, and I wore it for like 6 to 8 hours, and it did not leak on me. This one was made by Creations by 5, and I've done some pad surgery on this. She offered to replace the pad for me when something inside started to curl up, and I was like, no, I want to try to do it myself. And so I replaced the snaps, and I re-sewed the absorbent cord of the topper. She was amazing. She offered to just bend over backwards, and I was like, no, I really want to do it myself. So, and then you can see where I screwed up sewing it up. I had to hand stitch that little remainder closed. I'm not as good at sewing as she is, but I think I did a pretty passable job, and I love that print. I just love that print. That was another reason I didn't want her to replace the pad, is because I loved that print. And I knew if I got another one, it would be slightly different, you know? Okay, these are my two overnights. These are the only overnight length pads that I've purchased, and they are both from Yurtcraft, and I love, love, love these pads. I'm fairly certain she uses Zorb in the core. Don't quote me on that, though, because I'm not positive, but oh man, they just get softer every time I wash them, and I just love those. So those are from Yurtcraft. Those are 12.5 inches. So that's it, and I had to show off my Mary Poppins pillow from Disney World. So that's it. That's my stash currently. And if you like stash videos, I hope you liked that one. I have, including the two that are in the wash right now, I have 26 pads in my stash, and that's plenty. That's more than enough. If you are brand new to cloth pads, I would say start with 6 to 10 to see what you like, to get your feet in the water, and then I would say, you know, once you get to about 15, you'll be comfortable. You'll have plenty. But I just love them, so I keep sewing them and I keep buying them, so I keep destashing old ones and making new ones and giving away new ones, and so it's just kind of, sewing them has become kind of a hobby on the side for me, and I love them. But definitely 26 is plenty. You definitely don't need that many, but it sure is fun to have them. Anyway, good night, and I hope you liked that, and if my stash changes significantly in future, I'll do another one. Thanks. I'll see you soon. Bye.